Hello and welcome to another video. And I just posted like a few minutes ago. Well, or like I guess 10 or I don't know. What? I'll be doing another episode. I guess I'm not allowed to stretch my legs. So, you're behind Story Shift Car Part 2. What if Deku had Story Shift Car's powers? You know, Deku was just the son of the devil in last episode. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, okay. Okay, whatever. Okay. I left off. I have to review the videos before I do another episode, so I left off with them about to do whatever. I think they're gonna do, what was it called? The quirk apprehension, the quirk test. Deku thought to himself, wait, what am I gonna do? All I can do is summon knives and blasters. That's sure not gonna help me. Unless Deku thinks to himself, yes. Okay, so Aizawa says, Bakugo, you managed to get first place in the entrance exam. How far could you throw the ball? About 67 meters, I think. Now try using your quirk. Bakugo, he throws the ball yelling, go to hell, as he uses his explosion quirk. What else? Did I give him one for all of this? I'm pretty sure I did. All he did was use explosion in this. Oh god, I don't review my videos enough. Okay, I don't want my charger anymore. Bakugo. No, he says die. Midoriya stares in awe. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Midoriya did dye his hair brown, right? Oh my god. Yes, he did. Did he? Yes. Okay. Now the test finally begins. I'll just say Midoriya did pretty good on each of his tests. Because I don't remember all of the tests, except the ball throw. And the running test. I'll say Deku teleported to the end. So he ended up winning that one. Now, Deku was the third person to go on the ball throw. It was his time to show his power. But which power should he use? Should he use his explosive knives, his blaster? He doesn't know. Until Aizawa said, chop chop, I don't have all day. Midoriya now knows what goes with the ability he's gonna use. He throws the ball as hard as he can into the air. He snaps his fingers as two knives appear. And they fly. Two red knives appear as they fly at the ball. As soon as both of them make contact, they explode, giving the ball a boost. The ball lands at 705.3 meters. The exact same area Bakugo's ball landed. Deku was surprised at this, but Bakugo got angry. He looked at Deku. A shadow cast over Deku's eyes, as his left eye had a completely red glow that was cast into the shadow. Even though his eyes actually aren't doing this, he's making the shadows do this. The shadows do this, yeah. He looks at Bakugo and smirks. He walks back to the group. The red eye dissipates, fades away, and the shadow also fades away.
No, I didn't mean to press that. I wasn't trying to press that.
Deku? What happened? Wait, what's this? No. Is it Lucius? Lucius. Oh my god. The fact that he actually thought about that. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay. After everyone's turn, they all go back to class. Finally, now everyone can go home. Deku grabs his bags. Everyone is still in class. Some of them are still talking to each other. Yeah. Something wrong? Okay. I'm back again. Oh, God. I left off at the end of the school day. Yeah. When Deku grabbed his stuff, Bakugo ran up to him and said, "Fight me." Everyone looked at both of them. Aizawa was still asleep. Deku just sighed and teleported. His teleport has a glitch effect. Has a kind of like a glitch effect when he teleports. And he teleported to his house. Yeah. Deku went into his room, got into some PJs, and went to sleep. Deku thought, "I'll eat breakfast." Deku woke up the next morning. Yes, Deku woke up the next morning and got up, put on his UA outfit, and left for school. Instead of teleporting, he decided to enjoy the scenery. While walking, a group of villains came up to Deku and said, "Give us your money." Some of them aimed guns at Deku, while others activated their quirks. Deku chuckled before creating 8 Gastro blasters around himself, and he fired those blasters, blowing up each of the villains. Surprisingly, no one was there to see Deku, or so he thought. Deku teleported to school, sick of walking. When he got there, he had teleported into class and sat down in a seat. He was the third person to arrive. 5 minutes later, the entire class had arrived. Today was the day of just learning. So was the next and the next and the next. After 2 weeks, it was time for their first hero training. Deku arrived to school. When he got there, Deku was already at school. Whoops. When Deku was sitting in class, All Might suddenly came through the door and said, "I'm coming through the door like a normal person." Everyone smiled. Not Bakugo and Deku didn't. Midoriya just looked out the window, bored, and Bakugo just stared at All Might like, "I will beat you someday and become the #1 hero." All Might explained hero training and gave everyone their costumes. Well, a wall opened up and everyone's costumes came out with their number. Deku walked and grabbed his. Wait. He grabbed his hero costume. Yeah. It was basically, wait. Sorry. Yeah, it's basically a green jacket, a white sweater, a white kind of t-shirt sweater underneath with red gloves, brown jeans, and red rain boots, yeah. He just really didn't care. He was too lazy to, make a hero costume. Like an actual hero costume. Deku went to the changing room, put on his costume. Deku looked around his costume and said it kind of matched. Because his brown hair and brown eyes, green hoodie, white sweater t-shirt thing, brown jeans and red gloves and red rain boots. Okay, maybe not that kind of matched, but it's fine. Deku walked out to where he was supposed to be. All Might told him that they'll be doing heroes versus villains training. Here's our hero team and villain team. Wait. Ochako and Bakugo, hero team. Midoriya and Ida, villain team. Now, everyone get to your places. Ida and Midoriya went in. Midoriya said that Ida should stay in guard while he went out to stop them. Midoriya said he has the better chance of defeating them since Ida, all he can do is go fast. Ida said okay, and agreed. They made a plan. If any of them slipped past Deku and managed to get inside, Ida, instead of attacking, would guard and never lose sight. Just completely stay in front of the bomb. That's their plan, I guess. Whatever. Deku, when All Might said start, Deku walked out the door. He started walking down the stairs. When he got to the third floor, he heard walking on the left. Deku started to sneak until he realized it was Ochako and Bakugo. They were both looking around. Deku created some knives and 2 blasters. He created 8 knives and 2 blasters behind him. Deku teleported out in front of them, holding his real knife in hand, and a shadow cast over his eyes. He was smiling. Deku was smiling like a maniac. And as a red eye glow appeared over where his left eye should be. He was staring at both of them. The knives and 2 Gaster Blasters went out, and they blasted at them. The Rainbow Gaster Blasters fired. Bakugo and Uraraka managed to dodge the blasters. They both barely dodged the knives. Bakugo told Ochako, Uraraka to go and find the bomb. He would deal with Deku. Deku put his hand on where his ear been and told, "Be ready. Ochako is coming to your room." Eve said, "Okay." Deku said, "We're gonna have lots of fun." He snapped his left finger and a whole bunch of knives appeared. Bakugo was just barely dodging them, never getting a chance to attack. He was also barely dodging Gastro Blasters. Since Deku practiced his quirk a lot more, he was a lot stronger and his attacks were a lot faster, and he could use his quirk for longer. Deku's knife started to glow red. So Deku teleported in front of Bakugo and slashed at him. Bakugo, using his explosions in One for All, barely dodged. Bakugo said, "Gotta be faster than that." A whole shadow cast over Midoriya's face, as that same skinny line smile appeared, making Deku's attack stronger and faster. Deku's knife flashed orange and blue, a whole field of orange and blue giant knife. Well, at least Mineta-sized. No. Yeah, Mineta-sized knives. A bit bigger, like 7 inches bigger, appeared. Orange and blue, moving around. Since Bakugo knew what they meant when they were younger, but since they were faster, they were harder. Bakugo got hit by a blue knife. It cut him. Midoriya laughed until he sent a blaster at Bakugo. It hit Bakugo, sending him into the wall. It also exploded on impact, creating kind of like rainbow-colored sphere that would change color, like, really fast. Deku smiled at Bakugo. The shadow over his face was starting to disappear. Deku knew that he was running out of stamina to use his power, so he had to end this quickly. Midoriya teleported in front of Bakugo to make a slash, but Bakugo was gone. Until Midoriya felt pain in his back. Bakugo had, exploded him. Midoriya teleported to the other side of the room. When he did, Bakugo was one step ahead of him. Midoriya looked as Bakugo had pulled the pin on his gauntlet. The hole inside his gauntlet glowed until a huge explosion came out, going at Deku. Deku couldn't dodge in time or teleport out in time. He was hit by the blast. He was sent to the wall. Deku was burned and injured. Deku was running out of power. Well, not power, but stamina, until he fell asleep. He still had to really end this. Deku jumped at Bakugo. Bakugo placed his gauntlet out in front of him, kind of like to block his face. The knife landed on his gauntlet. Bakugo formed a fist in his left hand, and his hand started to glow red, a bit red, no, orange. He thought he was going to explode until Bakugo punched upwards and the orange disappeared. The roof suddenly had huge cracks in it as it exploded and went upward. Not kind of like heat exploded, but burst apart and went upwards. The building had a huge hole and the wind pressure was going upwards. Deku flew out the building. Out of stamina, Midoriya hit the concrete. All he could see was the building, kind of destroyed, before he fell asleep. Okay, that's where I'm going to end this video.